Hello and welcome, class. Today, our group will be going in depth, focusing on the architect as well as the art of the ancient Teotihuacan civilization and just how they tied them into their religious beliefs. But before that, allow me to give an introduction and background information on just who the Teotihuacan people were and the city they built. Established around 100 BC, just 25 miles north of present-day Mexico City, Teotihuacan was thought to be one of the largest cities of its time. At the city's peak, or zenith, it was believed to house around 150 to 200,000 residents. The people that inhabited the city showed great signs of evidence and advanced knowledge of math, art, science, engineering, geography, and astronomy, mainly being some reasons why they were able to erect the largest building in the world at the time. The major monuments that they created were linked to each other, north to south, by way of the Street of the Dead. The Temple of the Sun, being the largest structure, was in the center of everything. Even crazier is that all the structures erected align almost perfectly with the planets of our solar system, with the Pyramid of the Sun sitting right in the middle of everything, just like the sun in our solar system. As to who the Teotihuacans really were and how they built their city, we still don't know to this day. They were given their name by the Aztecs, who stumbled upon their great structures, giving the city its name, Teotihuacan, meaning City of the Gods, or the place where men become gods. Excavations of some of the temples reveal artwork as well as decapitated animals thought to be sacrifices or part of rituals for their gods. Another very significant finding was that of the mineral mica, which all temples were found to contain, which leaves archaeologists baffled due to the fact that mica is mostly found in the Amazon 3,000 miles away, which leads to more speculation on just who the Teotihuacan people were and how they got to present-day Mexico. Whoever the people of Teotihuacan really were might always be a mystery, but they will always be known as one of the great early civilizations that paved the way for other civilizations to come.
The religious system in Teotihuacan seems similar to much of Mesoamerica. There are hundreds of gods, a few important goddesses, as well as the frequent occurrence of a jaguar in sculpture and in painting that doubles as a deity and protector of men. It is believed the gods created the universe at Teotihuacan, which is why the Aztecs gave it the name, meaning the city of gods. Teotihuacanos watched the skies and based their rituals on the movement of the planets. Although peaceful ritual was not always enough to satisfy and sustain their connection with the gods. It is known that human sacrifices were practiced to some extent in Teotihuacan. The main religious temples in the city are the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. Both pyramids, as well as others, stand upon cave systems that lead to the center of the pyramid. These cave systems are believed to have some sort of significance to the gods, or they could be made to try and hide something forever. A vault was discovered in 2004 in the Pyramid of the Moon that contained the remains of many wild animals, as well as 12 human corpses with 10 decapitated heads. This shows that some of these rituals were not always clean and symbolic. Sometimes they consisted of a lot of bloodshed.
The Feathered Serpent Pyramid is one of many pyramids in Teotihuacan. It is also called Temple of Quetzalcoatl. On the eastern side of the pyramid is the famous carved heads. The carvings look like a serpent head surrounded by feathers and a crocodile head wearing a headdress. The latter was believed to be another central deity of the Aztec named Tlaloc. We know this because of the Google eyes. The temple has a religious as well as a historical concept to it. Most scholars agree that the temple was associated with warfare and human sacrifice, and this is known because of all the skeleton remains. The former is identified as the Aztec creator god Quetzalcoatl. There has been work done to it to recreate the top due to the fact that it was blown off for research purposes. There are various pyramids in Teotihuacan, such as the Pyramid of the Sun, the Pyramid of the Moon, etc. Along the side of the pyramid, there is a serpent, as well as what we think is Tlaloc, which is the god of the rain. These heads represent leadership of the ruler, and some say that the ruler who directed the building is buried within the pyramid. All this said, not much is known about the people and the religion in Teotihuacan. The pyramid does help show that they worship some sort of deity because of the heads on the side of the pyramid. The priests did practice ritual sacrifices with humans as well as animals, and 18 of the sacrifices were buried south to the pyramid, of the feathered serpent, and when it was built, 200 more sacrificed, and most were male warriors, and others were young women.
Although the Teotihuacan people were known more for their architecture, they also had some interesting art too. Found throughout the Teotihuacan pyramids and temples were over 200 sculptures, mirror fragments, as well as other objects. Also found in Teotihuacan were shells that had been drilled to function as trumpets. Another interesting piece of art found commonly throughout Teotihuacan were incense burners decorated with plaques that represented feathers and butterflies.